Was that an aurora rockfish, or is that
So
another
this one's
thorny back?
different. This is a black gill rockfish.
This is a black
and if he
gill.
would open his gill slits for us, we could see that they're black on the inside. He's kind of showing us.
Huh. Show us your gills.
Yeah, so he has a dark area right behind the gills.
Is all that orange encrusting of some sort?
Does it look like oxidized rock?
Kind of, yeah. I have no idea why that would happen.
What kind of lithology are you expecting here?
Is that a guy question?
Yeah.
Did you hear us?
Okay, full wide.
Hey Guy, what kind of rocks should we be expecting here?
I mean, what with lithology?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody's really made a map of the rock types out this far.
Interesting, but we're not sampling any rocks, eh? I didn't do a very good job of getting us at the top of the red pixels. Do you want to get a full view of what's in here, or just kind of play as we move towards GF2?
So like, let me see where we have gone. Okay, so
we were as far up as here. You can't see
Okay.
because of the red line.
Okay. So
I could actually
let's
change
do a little more poking around here.
Okay.
I find it really curious, this
Yeah.
whole space.
No, we can spend as much time as you want. And
Okay.
we can easily get the lower part. It's just we might have to move up if you want to make sure and cover all of it. But we can do whatever you want.
Hey Guy, I'll phone a friend. Do you want to go up? How much of the red pixels do you want to explore?
I think if we went straight up slope, so perpendicular to the contour, that would be the best way to leave the area.
Okay.
Should we hang out a bit first and then move? Or are you ready to kind of shift it?
I'm ready to shift. Yep.
Okay.
How do you guys feel? Yeah.
Alright, so Guy wants us up slope. Up slope out of here and then towards GF2. Is that still the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do some short steps, 044 into the slope. Wait,
Sure.
you okay
Roger.
with that?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we get a 10-meter step bearing 044? Thank you.
So with all of these large dead sponges that we've been seeing, do you think they just reach the end of their lifespan, and will some of these smaller sponges end up growing up into big, massive sponges like these?
It's hard to answer if these sponges died naturally because they did get too old and too large and fell over by doing of their own weight, or if we do know this area was subjected to bottom contact fishing gear, if that caused a disturbance. But we have seen that there are sponges growing off of sponges, and it does depend on the species of sponge, on how large it gets. So yeah, hopefully with this area being closed to trawl fisheries and to be continued closed, that the live sponges we're seeing will get as big as they can.
That would be really cool.
It is encouraging to see that even though some of the sponges are dead, they are still providing habitat. Like we saw the octopus living in one, and like I said, the other sponges are growing off of them.
Bridge nav.
That's interesting.
Oh, why is it yellow?
Can we try another step, please?
And the one behind it, too.
Yeah.
You can call them in like at least 20 Aaron if you want. I
Okay.
don't think the terrain is very steep.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Bridge nav. Can you make that a 20-meter step, please? Thank you.
Go ahead and zoom in on that orange rock and see if it's encrusting or if it's actually the rock.
Go ahead, video.
Do you want us to poke it, Guy?
Sure.
Those tiny little stars.
Herc, can we poke or try to scrape the yellow on this rock? Or
Yeah.
are we in a move?
Oh,
We are in the middle of a move. We can do it quickly, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's encrusting. I think the rock is that dark
like it
to the
there,
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll carry on.
Okay, full wide, please.
So that big red fish that we're just passing by, that's a type of thorny head. And that larger of a size are the short spine thorny heads.
Ah.
So it's a little counterintuitive that the short spines are larger than
larger.
the long spines.
Haven't seen any more of that sponge that you want to collect.
Ah,
Oh, no.
that's the way it happens.
It's killing me.
That's always the way, yeah. Do that on the highway with gas stations.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. How far can I make it?
All right. You want to jump in here, Jess?
Oh, that.
Yep. Yes, please.
No hesitation.
So some of our viewers are asking if this is heavy sedimentation from runoff from the land, or is this just naturally this type of substrate that we should expect to see down here?
It's runoff from the land. All the sand.
Thanks, Guy.
Just want to put the...
So this sponge at straight ahead is also on my collection wish list.
You want that sponge?
Yeah, can we?
Interest in this sponge.
Sure thing. For
I've seen a few of these. Here,
Do you want me to hold position, Jess?
How much do we have left in that ship move?
Hard to say because we just did a spiral first.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
hold
it's like
position.
8 meters, yeah.
Are you just taking a look, or are you trying to sample it?
I would like to sample this one. I
Hold
have-
the ship up.
I've seen this
Bridge
sponge
nav.
on other ROV video
Here,
from
go
this
ahead,
Can we
area,
hold
please?
position, please?
and
Go
it's a
ahead and push
mystery.
in, please.
All right, holding position.
Yeah, but some zooms and stills would be great.
Sure thing.
It just has such a unique texture to it.
It does. That's quite cool.
Yeah. it's
Mhm.
neat.
Oh, very cool.
Looks like when you cut out snowflakes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so if we can zoom as tight as possible, it'd be great.
Do you want images with and without lasers or just?
Both would be good.
Okay.
If you want, I can just sit down. You can get a look at the spicules.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. If you want, I can sit down and we can get a look at the spicules.
Okay, sure.
All right, video, you want to come a little wide there? And I'll just sit down, stable out. Come pull wide, please. And we'll just get a nice view and then we'll set up for grab.
Okay.
Sorry? Okay, video, go ahead and push on in there, please. You can go full on in if you want.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Okay, I bet you got a lot.
Yeah, I did.
Great, thanks, Magda.
All right, go ahead and come on wide there, please.
You want to take a piece of the whole thing?
Well, we kind of got scolded for taking a whole sponge last time, so
Who scolded you?
let's try for half if that's doable.
It's hard to get half.
I know, it's probably, the whole thing will probably rip off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Can you get the porch light on there?
yeah, for sure.
Do we know what kind of sponge this is?
I don't know, and this sponge has been a mystery for me. I've worked up some ROV video from this Point Arena area that was collected in 2018, and I've seen this sponge quite a bit. And
Blowing
so
around in the wind.
I was looking forward to collecting it with the Hercules.
Zoom in a little bit, video. I don't know. I feel like if I try and get half of this or any of it, it's all going to come off. It's
Yeah.
blowing around already.
So let's see, it looks like it's 20, what do you think, 20 centimeters? That's not
Yeah,
too huge.
let's take all of it.
Or we could, even if the whole thing fell off, maybe we could just grab us half of it or something. Just take half of it and, you know, if we end up dumping it, like if we end up
I think
not
that's what
dumping
Jamie
it.
was recommending.
I'm waiting for Jamie to
I
like
think it's easier
come
for
in from the
people.
lounge.
I think it's easier for human hands to cut it in half than robot hands.
Well, I was just saying in case it breaks and like falls apart, then we'll leave one part of it.
Oh, I see.
We'll just grab the biggest chunk. If you get the whole thing, we'll just get the whole thing.
It's pretty floppy.
That is pretty floppy, yeah.
It's just been waiting to be sampled.
There you go.
Oh,
It already came
Wow.
off, right?
yeah.
Wow.
Do you think they should go in a larger bio box?
Probably,
Probably,
one of the
yeah.
front ones?
Yeah, we can do that. We could do forward. Omega is empty.
Are the front ones deeper? They're the same.
They're the same.
I think
Okay.
they're the same as the big
That
boxes
side.
on the starboard side.
Very cool.
Wow.
Excellent.
Some of it's still there.
Yeah, it's not the whole sample.
Where's it going?
You can go. It's gonna go
Forward, Omega.
All right, full wide. racked camera in.
Yeah, camera's all the way racked back. All right.
What'd we say, Omega?
Yes.
Anything floating in here?
I think, well, Lambda has a coral. I don't know if it's floating or not.
Oh, no, that's fine. Nice.
Nice.
You only got a little crinoid on there.
Aces.
Uh-huh.
Bonus. Thank you.
That's complete with associate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gary will like that.
What's your sample number?
Nice.
This one was 30.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Just carry around a bread knife in the other arm so we can cut things in half.
My goodness.
That's it on today? No. Okay.
Quick and painless for us.
It's the way I like it.
All right. Should we get our move on again?
Yeah, so that kind of took us to the edge there. Should we start moving down towards GF2C? Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Are you going to follow the contour there or go through
I could
the
do.
red and then cut over?
Do you want to go like down south and then over? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that
Yeah, I
Or-
think so. I mean, we could try anything. I don't know. This shouldn't current's going that way anyway.
okay? I think my main objective is to characterize as much of that
Okay.
a red zone before we get out of it.
You don't want to go over here at all?
Oh, sure. What are we doing on time?
It's
2 hours.
2 hours left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
let's
shine.
zip over there a little bit to the left.
All right, so we're going
Zip
to
to
be
the
moving down slope a bit. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. It's been pretty subtle, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just make a nearly west move. Well, no, we'll do west. You can move around.
We don't want to take a chance of missing that second ridge, though.
What second ridge?
Oh, that's right. He reminded me. So zoom out and yes, I think it was near D.
Up here?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Thank you, reminder guy. So now I'm changing what I just told you.
Okay.
Let's start making our way to C.
Okay. No
Just-
problem.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to do bearing 120.
120, Roger.
1, 2, 0.
Those are 20-meter steps. Bridge nav. Can I get 20-meter step bearing 120? Scratch that, I'm sorry, 125.
125, understood.
Bridge, did you catch that? Can we change bearing to 125? Awesome, thank you.
Could you zoom out on nav?
Yep. Can you see what you need to see, guy?
Yeah, and I don't really see any reason to go to 2 rather than just going straight to 3 because we're crossing over the same habitats in about the same proportions.
Okay. Is that okay with back row?
Where's 3?
3, well actually, I assume you mean 2D, guy?
D, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm on the hook to run a transect though. Could we do that 200-meter transect from, you know, a set bearing from C? Or even from here, we could do it.
From here you could do it. You're going
'Cause
through the same
It's
stuff.
mixed, yeah. So we could do 200 meters at a set bearing from here and then complete that objective and head straight over to D.
I think so. Can you see the terrain, you guys?
You can do that transect while heading to D. You're not in a different habitat if you just forget about C altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just making sure it will make sense to the pilots as far as terrain. So
Yeah, so
stand by.
can you zoom out to D again?
D's right over here, but that's quite far away. Do you need more? Do you want more of a view?
No, that's good. Okay, so you guys want to do a 200 meter transect over to D?
So that's 700 meters to 200 meters. I mean, we'll still be fairly.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
only
fairly
that
flat.
far.
That's fairly, yeah.
That'll be perfect.
All right. Let me get that in line while we'll just let the ship jiggle a moment.
Okay. Oh, here's your sponge.
There it is.
No,
That, that looks like a dinner plate.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Oh, it's so beautiful. I don't want to.
You don't want to wreck it?
No.
All right.
Wow, science.
I know.
not wanting-
I'm getting soft.
We got that other one that was on your wish list.
Yeah.
So this is a no?
Fill up
So
all
do
the
you wanna
boxes
go ahead
with
and push
giant
on in?
sponges.
Did you go ahead and zoom?
We'll definitely get in
Maybe.
trouble.
I
Oh,
think she stepped out.
Yeah, video stepped out.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Mike,
video
you wanna
stepped out. You
zoom?
want to zoom?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, that's so
That's-
cool.
It is
What's
so
that
cool.
inside? That's a brittle
A
star.
brittle star.
It's got a little nook to hang out.
What are the odds that we could rip off just the edge of it?
We could also slurp a little bit of it, and then
Yeah.
we can get a more controlled sample of
A
it.
bit tighter.
Sure. I'll turn off the lasers for this.
I need to.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Guy in the middle.
Sorry.
It's like a souffle.
Bridge nav.
It's beautiful.
Sage is helping me justify that there's a tear in the upper edge, so we can slurp it there.
Can you hold position, please?
Sure, so we're gonna slurp.
Yes.
Full wide.
Roger.
And we haven't slurped anything yet, so all the jars are empty.
Sure thing.
Oh, they're really helping you back there to encourage you. I think that's great. That's teamwork.
That is. That's helpful. Thanks, guys. Or ladies.
I just would have felt so bad because
So
the last
flush,
one
I'm
I
gonna
said no.
flush.
Good.
Like, we'll find another one.
Flushed.
Roger.
All sample jars are free.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm calling this a yellow plate sponge for now.
Okay, that's a...
Let's go ahead and get one more zoom on this guy.
Yeah. Funky.
That's so nice.
Gotta get the iris. I can do all this stuff. Look.
Very cool.
That's beautiful.
Going as tight as I can here. Just
Sure thing.
Oh, wow.
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 See that tiny shrimp?
It's a new wallpaper.
Huh?
New wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that little shrimp.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
so cute.
Oh, there's 3 of
Oh,
them.
there you
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So
Miniature,
adorable.
miniature
They're just, like,
bio world.
Slowly making their way to each other.
It's so, it's
I
kind of
like
like a,
the one that's looking right at us.
yeah.
He's going, don't do it, don't do it.
Oh no, it's so big.
Giant vacuum cleaners coming in.
Yeah.
Our video to come a little wide there.
Do you think those those shrimp are actually members of the Flat Earth Society? They just live in
Flat Earth Society.
They just
That's
seem
pretty great.
This
the
looks really
biggest
cool.
thing
with the
ever.
lighting.
That's
That
a
does look
beautiful
really
picture.
cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm grabbing a few.
Nice
still.
lighting. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. But the rockfish there too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful. All right. So vacuum
Vacuum cleaner?
Mary made time.
Alright, I can go. Yeah, and I can go in jar 1, or whichever jar.
Or Roger?
Yeah.
Is the
So
porch light on?
yeah, porch
Get
lights
the
on.
iris open a little bit there, video. Thank you. Down there, you go over there, and there. And the suction hose is way better over here. Used to have it out the middle. Used to come out the middle of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Now you get to like.
Yeah.
So we're lined up right now on 1 science.
Yeah. Let me see if I can put the bubble cam on the where the hose comes out.
Yeah. Let me know if I need to get a little closer.
Okay. Some zoom there, video.
Looks like we'll just barely make it. Ready?
Oh, yeah, we're there. Okay. Yeah, suction on. All right.
Okay, we're at 90% suction. 100. Wow.
Whoa.
Listen, it was just all just goes in. There.
That's
pretty tough.
He's not giving up on that.
I was not
I
expecting
think we're gonna have to take all of it.
He's gonna wear it as a hat all the way up.
You see any going in the jars yet?
Nah,
It's
negative.
It's not coming off, really.
We can probably just
No.
grab it with the claw and then push it into the...
Oh.
Oh, this fish is coming.
The sable fish.
Wow, this has some really interesting torsional... It can withstand a lot of, like, torsional load, if you will.
I don't know what
Really,
that
Wow.
means, but I'm really impressed.
That's
by it.
like,
Wow.
it's like torquing around.
Spinning a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's especially if it's like attached to a base. Like that's
I feel
interesting
like
that it's
gonna
spinning so much.
tear it off eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, piece
Oh,
just
we
went in,
got a
I think.
piece.
I just keep working like this, I think it would be better than destroying it. There's little bits there.
There's a little bit stuck to the filter.
Well, that's a big
right?
piece.
That's a good piece.
There's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. See it come in.
Oh, there we
Very
go.
nice.
Yeah.
It's
Is,
in-
is
Yeah.
this enough,
the
or
eagle has landed.
sorry.
Let's do one more slurp and call it good.
70%, so we don't mutilate that piece. Man,
Oh.
that's so impressive.
yeah?
Incredible structure. I was not expecting it to be this sturdy.
Yet it's like moving around so much.
A
And
little tiny bit wider video. Fine. Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
Oh.
so close. Okay, well, we can leave it alone.
All right.
We gave a
Okay.
good fight. We got a good piece.
Okay, zeroing on that one.
Thank you, Sponge.
Okay, full wide video.
Incredible.
Was that 31?
Wow, it's so strong.
That is
Yeah.
so
Yes, that was
interesting.
31.
I want to see underneath it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we see the base? I wonder if we can get an angle to see that.
Can you stand on your
Remember
head?
in the beginning of the dive, we saw the one that was
Yeah.
faced, and it was a really interesting stalk. It was.
Mhm. And the rockfish didn't move.
Of course not. If I hold still, they'll take the sponge and not me.
Sure, they don't see me.
Yeah.
All right. Incredible. Too bad we didn't have a mirror to look underneath.
That's what you
Oh,
need, a
yeah.
little-
Oh yeah.
Mirror.
Or a camera on the end of your manipulator.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Can you lift up the edge?
Yeah.
Look under the skirt?
Yeah.
True. You want to try and get a shot like that? We have lifted it. I don't know if you'll see what you want to see.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we should move
I
on.
think we're good.
Thank you.
Horrible if we broke it doing that.
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
exactly.
After all that.
All right. Jess, can you, well, tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Can you pretty happily get down to this line without the ship doing anything? It's not very far away.
To that contour. Oh, yeah.
And then once you get down there, I gave you a pretty good length to get on track.
Mhm.
And I'll just have the ship track parallel.
Sure.
See if that works.
Sure thing. This would be the bearing on that one, on that line there.
Looks like 09093.
093, roger.
I'm gonna zoom in and double check that.
Sure thing. Oh, overshot it.
Oh, you were closer than I thought.
So we calling this transect 2C?
I have a 2C-D, but it could be whatever. Do you want to name it something else? We have no naming convention up here. I'm just making stuff up.
Let's call it.
I think on the last watch they were.
She did 2B, so let's just call it 2C.
Okay.
Is that what you're
Yeah,
gonna say, Magda?
yeah, they
I'm
were.
gonna
I
take
think
the
they were
bubble
naming
cam.
them
Go
based
ahead.
on the waypoints.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the on transect and.
Yes, I'll let you know.
All right.
Starting
But
now.
we start-
I am
Sounds
there.
good. Thank you for checking.
Nope.
All right, let's say 094 for the bearing.
Roger.
All right, stand by 1 moment.
Now let's step down. All right. So I have a question for back row.
Okay.
So we are going to keep an altitude that might be a little bit higher. The only rationale for that is that we have 4 Doppler beams, and we're basically taking the altitude based off of the average across the beams. And so if we come across a boulder, then it will kind of distort that average. We can try it out going around like 2.5, or would you? Right now we're about 2.8 off, so I'll show you the different altitudes.
Okay.
So this is about 2.3 off. and we might be able to comfortably do 2 meters off.
Okay, that sounds like a good range.
2 meters would be all right?
Yeah, 2 to 2.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once we get that dialed in, then we'll see how it goes on this transect.
Sounds great.
And would you guys mind if we went at 0.4 instead of 0.5, just because it is going to be a little bit more variable terrain?
Yeah, that would be helpful. And since it is more complex for me analyzing it, it's better to go a little bit slower.
Okay, it would be actually even better for us to go at 0.3 if you like.
Okay.
That would be smoothest.
That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna start them tracking a line 094, 0.3 knots, 300 meters.
Yep,
Ready,
sounds
set?
good.
All right. Bridge nav. Tali, can we track a line bearing 094 at 0.3 knots?
094.3 knots, is it correct?
That is correct, thank you.
Hey, Nav, I just want to confirm this is a 200-meter transect.
Yep.
Okay.
So I started, I'm going to wait till there to start it, and then I have another endpoint 200 meters off.
Gotcha.
The red line is just for Jess to be able to follow.
Okay.
But we can name the start and end points as you wish.
Sounds good.
Right now we have like 30 meters of start kind of headway to get going.
That sounds good. Actually, video, you want to come full wide for a moment on the camera? All right, let's get this squared up here. Would you guys rather a wider field of frame or a little bit more pushed in?
So on our first watch, we had the camera, okay, what did we do? We tilted it so that the front porch was out of view and then pushed it in a few times to get all the extra bits and pieces out of view. So that was kind of our way of making sure it was a consistent view. It looks okay to me now.
Okay, then it's pretty much the same as we had last watch then.
So great.
Hopefully.
Oh, look at that white. Is that a sponge?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Sponge ruins.
So sponge is coming up as habitat on the model then.
You okay?
Yep, just.
Yeah, interesting. Well, you're looking over here. I was looking down there.
I kind of doubt it. It's not dense enough to show up as rock in sonar.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
But this combination of boulders and sand is going to produce a really high backscatter.
That's right. The sand influences it.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't started it yet.
No, we haven't.
Is that too steep? Is that okay?
Yeah, right there. She just gave more time on the line to get lined up.
You happy?
No, I've changed my heading a little bit in order to get onto that line.
I mean, I'm just used to higher standards here, Jeff.
Oh, shots fired here.
Totally joking. You're probably like a foot off of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a meter off of that line there.
Yeah, I mean, are you even trying?
Oh.
Half a meter.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. guys.
That looks pretty good to me.
If we zoom out a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
No.
Well, it'll be perfect then. Oh, I don't know. It looks worse. Let's zoom in. All right, that's, do you see my arbitrary start?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Totally arbitrary though.
That's
if you wanna
okay.
move it.
That's okay. We're in the proper habitat. That's what counts. Okay, Data, we can say start of transect.
Okay.
9:33:53.
How's the ship doing?
They're tracking a line. He just has the other screen on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that catches me when I look up. I'm like, wait, what are we doing? But then he just has to go to that, and then you can see that it's tracking.
Oh, okay. Roger. Thank you.
I mean, at least I think. I hope so. Yeah, looks like we're moving along pretty well.
Is this 0.3 knots?
This is currently 0.2.
Okay.
The ship's going to get up to speed.
Gotcha.
If the ship doesn't get up to 0.3, then we'll increase the speed of the ship a little bit more.
What's the wind speed against it, Aaron?
14 knots, 327.
Right.
Not really helping things, I'm sure.
As soon as we start a transect,
What's that?
there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still mixed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
About 0.2 to 0.3. You want me to bump it up?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Bridge nav. Can we increase speed to 0.4 knots? Thank you.
Okay, name that fish.
This guy.
Yeah. What is it?
From here, it has big fins. Hold on.
It has big fins.
Shh. Hold on.
There's another one. Same kind.
Oh.
They're thorny heads. There they are. So at this distance and without their spines up, it's hard to tell if it's short spine or long spine. So I would just call them thorny head. Yeah. But the short spines have some black in their pectoral fins. Oh, you can see it nicely in that picture.
Mm-hmm. This here.
Yep. I guess that's in the young ones. There's some mushroom corals off to the left.
Are they on like little pillars?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that their normal?
Yes, they usually have more of a stalk like that than we've previously seen.
Very mushroomy-like.
Yes. And they have a fun name. Their name is Heteropolypus. That's the genus.
Caitlin Guy Sage, perhaps somebody you know says hi. Do you know a carver?
Hey, Michael.
Michael Carver.
Oh.
Everybody knows Michael.
He says that around 5:30 this morning, in addition to saying hello, he says he thinks he saw some polychaete worms that seem to be a new species for CBNMS.
Oh,
cool. Any idea what the name of that worm was?
That's right. Danny mentioned it to me this morning.
Oh.
And I don't remember the name, but she did tell us a fun fact that these worms could
that one, yeah.
burrow about 1 meter into the sediment and were actually, what did she say? They were feeding off of probably sulfides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael, I'll connect back to you with that name once I'll ask Danny again. But yeah, definitely exciting finding.
Try to get some sleep, Michael.
It's true. See those funny sponges down to the left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw those. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we call those the club finger sponge.
Okay. So those white stripes down the thorny heads don't. You can't really use those.
What's that on there? Oh.
The white stripes down their back.
No.
As an identifier.
It's really just about that. The spine, the third spine, the length of the third spine.
Are we talking about rockfish?
We're talking about thorny heads. How to tell apart a short spine from a long spine thorny head.
Oh, fascinating. Also, Carver says he cannot sleep because this is too awesome.
That sounds like Michael.
How many other people do we have up or
Oh, that's a
tuning
good
in?
question. Let's see. It says we have 56. And let's see, 25 from the United States. Ooh, 7 from the UK. 4 from Netherlands. 4 from Australia. And in 5th place, Germany just jumped in. They, it was occupied by France very briefly.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, France, I'm pulling for you.
So now the habitat has transitioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this mostly sandy?
Yes. There might be some hard rock underneath.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
See how there's that lip right there? So,
Yeah.
but the size of the individual rocks has changed from more of a boulder size to a cobble size. Herc, is it possible to get a little lower to the seafloor?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Especially since it's flattened out a bit,
Yeah.
huh?
Guy, this is about what was predicted, huh?
About here, this is about 1.7 off.
Yes, I'm liking that. Thank you.
Okay, no worries.
Thanks, Nav.
No worries. Now I feel like we're missing those red pixels. Chasing pixels.
Oh, that's a big flatfish.
Yeah.
So for Bobby from Burbank and for all of our other people who are just turning in, where are we, guys? And I know we're in the Greater Farallones Marine Sanctuary and we're doing some transects here, but where are we on this transect? And what are we looking for?
We're about 30 miles off the coast, south of Point Arena. And we're right now, I was just looking into that. We're in an essential fish habitat, and I believe this is still an area that has been closed to bottom trawling since 2006. And I question it, just I'm not exactly sure where we are in the world. If we're crossing over that line, we're close to entering an area that is slated to be open to bottom trawling, coming up in early 2020. And this is the first time we've dove in this area, and we're just seeing what's here and characterizing the area.
I'm curious, how do they know, how do you determine when you can open an area like for trawling versus keeping it closed?
So this was part of that stakeholder-driven process that took, gosh, I want to say 4 or 5 years to complete. And you had fishermen weighing in, you had, you know, agencies, state, just putting everything on the table of this is the best available science, this is what we have, or
Okay.
this is what we know, this is where we catch our fish shares. And then the Pacific Fisheries Management Council coming in and making their decisions based
Okay.
on all that data. So the information that we're collecting here will eventually feed into that process, and it will be the best available data that we have for this area.
Okay.
So do you
That's
think that
exciting.
depending on what we find, can it will still affect it, or can still have some effect on that decision to open this area or this in 2021?
Hard to.
Sure, we'll do. Is that good, guy? We will. We can do that after we finish the transect, I'm sure. We're just 90 meters to the end of the transect.
So the Pacific Fisheries Management Council are continually managing the fisheries. So I don't know when the next review will be, but you know, this information will definitely feed into that process at some point. And a lot of what they have, the information they have from this area is based on models, not Guy's models. Somebody else modeled this area as far as habitat, and then what the fisheries are seeing and catching. So this is, you know, as far as I know, the first time we've seen eyes down here.
So this is the first bedrock I've actually seen so far. That's nice layered rock there.
Did you note that, the transition in habitat?
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And then, Guy, did you say this was bedrock?
He said bedrock.
Okay.
All that boulder we saw probably broke off of this and slumped down slope.
Oh, okay.
Guy, you get a well-deserved sleep after this.
Well, I'm staying up for that second ridge for sure.
Spoken like a true geologist.
Guy, do you have big expectations for that second ridge?
Well, not compared to the cliffs that we saw in that canyon yet on the previous, down in the Cordell Bank, no, but it's going to be better than this habitat.
But we've got a floating rockfish. I mean, how can it be better?
Quick question, Science. It's a little bit sloped down. Did you want me to drop another 0.1, 0.2 meters so that we get the same distance off bottom?
Yes, please.
Sure.
You're still on transect?
We are.
Yes.
Another 57 meters.
We're almost at the end.
You can make it. That was for Guy, not you, not pilots. I know you've got this.